God dang. Dang it.
夜のあちがにせいぜい
What's up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Select and I'm back with another video, and today we got my childhood crush from Waves. You know, I have a few: Raven, Blackfire. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Look, I'll just play a little game until Kim's ready to.
Hello, Beatty. I felt like dressing up. You
Wasn't feeling Kim. Was not.
don't mind, do you?
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important video you will ever see in your life, bro. Trust me. When we think about how entertaining and cool some of our childhood cartoons or TV shows are, it's not just because of the story or the crazy powers or even the crazy moments in the shows. It was low-key because there was some fine shit in the shows, you feel me? Childhood crushes was something we've all had once in our life. Whether you had a girl in your class you were head over heels for, to finding some cartoon characters attractive, or
Yes,
even
sir.
thinking number 5 and Numberjacks was peg. We don't judge it, man. We don't judge it. Childhood crushes is a very popular subject amongst all the people there. I mean, back in secondary school, me and my friends would always break into talking about some of the finest women we've ever seen in our lives, like Megan Fox from Transformers, and Jessica Alba from the Fantastic Four movies, to even some of the top tiers no one mentions enough, like Claire from My Wife and Kids. And I'm talking about the second one, bro. I'm not crazy. I'm not talking about the first one. Are you mad? But anyways, I thought I would share some of the baddest childhood crushes I had growing up, because I need to spread awareness about these men, because I'm telling you, I haven't seen no one talk about them. It's crazy. Like, you always hear everybody say Raven and Blackfire, or Kim Possible and She-Go, or Lola Bunny and Mrs. Incredible. And don't get it twisted, I agree with all of these. They my starting lineup for real, but the ones I'm gonna mention in this video are gonna be some of the greatest nostalgia pieces you remember in your entire life, man. But without further explanation, let's jump right into it. Starting with one of the most beautiful ladies to grace the TV screen, Sarah from My Babysitters of Ham.
Ooh, the girl that's far, that's but not in my heart that's pure. She's a girl that's far, just from me.
Shut your stupid.
Girl.
Hi, fam. I remember when I was a kid, I used to speed run home after school to catch this show. And as much as it was for the cold story and characters, it was mostly because I had to catch Sarah on TV. She was too peg, fam. Sarah was such a different breed of woman I used to be seeing on the screen when I was a kid. I mean, when I tell you, I was low-key getting stars in my eyes when I was seeing her. That's how crazy it was, man. Not to mention, Sarah wasn't just a regular girl. She was a vampire. And I can't be the only one that had a thing for these
Nah,
vampires.
I'm not mad at that. Not one bit. Oh, man, I can take it. I can take her. Easy.
Girls, they were sick, fam. Marceline, Mavis, and even Sarah. This shit got me feeling wheezy, fam. Sarah is definitely one of the most underrated childhood crushes people don't be mentioning. I remember that one episode in the series that she gets possessed and pulls up in this neck.
I can take it, bro. I can take it, bro. I can fix her. Yeah, scratch that. I can fix her. I can fix her.
Different outfit with the coat popping, and this shit had me mesmerized, bro. And y'all remember the episode where she had an evil version of herself with the purple highlights? This had me moving different, fam. I'm telling you. And my boy Either was pushing some sick game on Sarah. Reminded me of Jordan in Game 6 with the way he was pressing onto her, and he eventually took her out on the.
It's about time he did that. Cause it took him dang near almost the entire show. So, yeah.
Date on the last episode, fam. That's my boy Ethan. I was cheering for this shit, no joke. But Vanessa Morgan was a different level of fine, and My Babysitters a Vampire was such a sick show. I'm talking about, if you didn't watch this, you were missing out for real. The theme song was fire, the characters were fire, the ladies were pretty as hell, and the story was fire. But there was one problem with the show. One problem that pissed me off so bad. That shit literally stayed with me for the rest of my life, fam. The show ended on a cliffhanger, fam. Why?
Cause they didn't want to do it no more. That's what they said immediately when they make this last episode. They're never bringing this back, and I was so mad when I googled this too. Man,
The ending didn't even make no sense. All he did was take down their new school principal who was evil, an explosion happened, and then they just boom to credits. Why? Why couldn't you give us some closure? That ending was trash, man. That shit pissed me off. Are we getting off track here? Vanessa Morgan is one of the most baddest women I used to see on TV. I was glazing her before I even heard of Jessica Alba, fam. And My Babysitter's Vampire was such a peak show. And if you haven't watched it yet, we need to pick it up because I'm telling you, that shit is too cool to be missing out.
It's a fire
Going
show.
on to my next childhood crush, we have Kida from Atlantis, The Lost Empire. And before I even go into talking about Kida more, this has to be the most, and I mean the most underappreciated ever mentioned Disney animated film of all
Talk to
time.
me.
This movie is class. We have Michael J. Fox, Mr. Marty McFly himself voicing the main character of the movie. The whole story was cool as hell about finding the lost city of Atlantis so they could find the heart to it. Then Milo getting snaked and betrayed by the Mandem. And then the Mandem circling back in 5 seconds even though they also betrayed Milo. And then finesse Commander Rourke and save Atlantis. And you know what? As great as the movie was, Kida made this experience 110% more enjoyable, fam. Kida was outrageously pretty. It actually needs to be talked about, bro. This tribal look they gave some women back in animated movie was something that when I was younger, I was preeing it differently, fam. Kida is such an underrated Disney princess. When people talk about the princesses, they always be mentioning the mainstream ones like Belle, Jasmine, Tiana, Rapunzel, Elsa, and the list goes on. But you see, Kida might have to be up there. I'm talking about top 5, fam. She was cool in the movie as well. She was vibing with my boy Milo, just talking amongst each other.
All right.
Two worlds they come from. Like, she wasn't just a pretty face. She was low-key smart. I was working some of the thieves in the movie as well. And I know you don't know about the swimming scene, bro. That shit was crazy, but
Whoa. Guess I'm. Yep. Hey.
I ain't gonna go too tough into that. Kida was a next level childhood crush in my bag, fam.
Look, I'll just
What?
play.
My thing stopped recording, so we're back.
Next level childhood crush in my bag, fam. And Kida wasn't the only one in the movie as well. Audrey and Helga were bad too, fam. They were different, but they were snakes, so I don't really rate them as much. But this movie is really a golden egg. No one, and I mean no one, talks about it enough. And you know what? In some cases, it could probably be considered a top 10 Disney animated movie of all time, fam. And if we rate Disney princesses, I'm putting Kida in the top 7, bro, for real. She was peng, fam. But you see the sequel to this movie. This was so trash, bro. It was low-key a disgrace, fam. The animation quality dropped so heavy, you think your eyes were bugging when you watched it, fam. Disney, with their rich asses, decided to cheap out so heavy on this movie and just made it have some TV show quality. This shit was so ass, bro. It pissed me off. I didn't even finish the movie. That's how much I hated it. This shit was trash, man. But guess what? It don't matter, because although the animation quality was shit, Kida was still fine, fam. Another childhood crush I used to have that had me moving different back in the day were all the girls from Ben 10, fam. I'm talking about Gwen, Charmcaster, Julie, Eunice, Kai Green, Atea, the cat girl, Esther, the sludge puppy girl, Rook's girlfriend, the flipping female forearms. All of them, fam, they were all buff, man. But personally, my favorite out of all of them was Charmcaster, because the level of connection
Yes, she is top 5. Yes, indeed, smash all the way. What? I can take her. I don't care. She got powers. I got powers too. It's called powers to.
I had to was low-key spiritual, fam. I used to be fiending for Charmcaster back in the day, especially the Alien Force design version. There was something about her, bro, low-key. I remember the first episode she pulled up, and when I saw her design, I was going feral, bro. It was a mad thing. Goth girls back in the day had a hold on everyone. We all know the greats like Blackfire, Raven, She-Go, Mavis, Stocking, Luke.
Gwen from Total Drama and Sam from Ben 10.
Jinx, Claire, and I can keep going because they were all fine, fam. And if you didn't like any goth girls, I question you in general. You were probably a weirdo. But this version of Charmcaster made me feel a whole different type of way, bro. In that one episode where she tricked Kevin to get control of him and kissed him in the process of doing that, I was saying to myself, why couldn't that be me, bro? You kissed this ugly ass guy who's half crystal and shit. Why couldn't it be me, fam? I was low-key crying at this shit. But I was going crazy over Charmcaster when I was.
Did he piss in your cereal? Like, dang, bro. That is crazy work.
Charmcaster when I was younger. She had my heart, man, for real. But one thing that didn't make sense to me in the show was how Ben ended up with Kai, fam. That shit wasn't adding up. Kai low-key didn't even like this man at all and only messed with him when he was in the alien form.
Exactly. See? Right there. A furry. No. Just ew.
Or if he was doing stuff for her. He had more of a brother-sister type of relationship instead of actually being married in the future.
And had the audacity to get married to and had a son. The audacity. Man.
forced by the right. She came out of nowhere, but we had fine shit like Esther out here.
Esther
Esther
should-
was adorable and had good chemistry with Ben, with liking the same shit as him, to always be an affection around him. But this guy Ben was fumbling, fam. This guy was too blind to see that shit, man. But Esther was too buff. Charmcaster was too buff. All the Ben 10 guards were too tough. I'll be real, fam. They were sick, fam.
You want forearms? I can take that too. Easily. 100%. I got that. 5 ginger beans, 5 energy drinks, a steel bed, a strong steel bed, and 3 extra lives. So, yeah, I can take it.
Now going on to my next childhood crush, we go into one of the best Nickelodeon shows of all time, The Fairly Odd Parents. And you're probably thinking I'm gonna say Timmy's mom or Trixie or even Vicky. Nah, bro,
You
listen.
said Fairy Odd Parents. I thought you were gonna say Danny Phantom because they got some baddies too. Amber, the genie lady, Sam, and that one girl.
To me, because the ones I'm about to mention to you is gonna open a door in your mind, fam. You might remember Brittany from Fairly Odd Parents. Now, she barely appeared in the show. I think it was only a couple of episodes. What the hell is this guy talking about? Oh, my brother was the only person left on Earth. I like that. The crazy moments Azula would have an avatar.
Azula? Smash.
I like that. See, the majority of times to me when I was younger, it was the crazier the better, fam. And Mandy was top tier in this department, fam. She was a crazy.
I like a crazy woman. Not too crazy, but crazy, you know? She.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
buff alien girl, and every time I saw her on screen, I was gassing over her every time. She was fine as hell, fam. But again, she wasn't consistently in the show, but she was a crush for real. So was the Tooth Fairy, cause she was buff, fam. She was bang. Another childhood crush I had, which is a mad underrated one, was Sergeant Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph, fam. Now I'm gonna keep 100 with you. When I was younger, I didn't really mess with her like that. I didn't really think much of it, and at the time, I thought
She was such bae for real. I didn't, sure, I didn't like her or didn't understand her, but the more I grew, the more I understand her, the more I liked her. This is why I like older women, because she gives me that older woman. She's probably in her 30s. I'll take it.
like an old lady, fam. I had no attraction to her whatsoever. But as I developed as a human being and rewatched Wreck-It Ralph a couple years back, I can see that she was bad, fam. I was thinking that she was mad cool and I was messing with her completely. I would definitely become one of her soldiers. I'm not gonna lie. She was the baddie in Wreck-It Ralph. And my guy Fix It Felix is punching. I was gassing for that.
He was so lucky too. Oh, you are one lucky man. You are one lucky man, bro. It should have been me, but ooh. Oh, man.
Relationship throughout the movie, low-key, they were mad cool. Sergeant Calhoun was stealing my attention. Every time she was on screen, I was activating my Sharingan and focusing up, fam. The whole time they were in the game, I was low-key forgetting that the whole point of Ralph being there was to try and steal the medal. I was too focused on Calhoun leading the player, bro. And why wouldn't I be? She was fine as hell. She's really up there with the likes of Mrs.
She gets off Zero Suit vibes.
Incredible Aunt Casper. Like, I used to think she kind of had an old lady voice, but I don't care, because you know I like them raspy ass, dry ass voices, bro. It makes me move crazy, and she has me moving some different type of way for real. I remember in secondary, every time we would have the conversation of Disney crushes, I would straight up bring her up like she was my trump card, fam. Won every debate possible. But Calhoun was seriously underrated and was a fine specimen to be gazing on. She would have me moving weak in the knees sometimes, because I'm telling you lot right now, she was fine as hell, fam. Now before we get into the next one, hopefully some of you man here are some anime watchers, and you know the usual type of anime girls that man be talking about, like Hinata, Nami, Toka, Android 18, Tsunade, and many more. But we go talk about my girl Mei Hatsume from My Hero, man. Mei Hatsume was just one of the coldest characters in the show, and her personality was what I was chilling with for real. And when I first gazed up on her for the first time, seeing her on the screen in the sports festival arc, I was low.
I wasn't feeling her. I wasn't feeling her at all. I didn't like her. She was really not my cup of tea, but
Key getting gas that seeing her, fam. I mean, most of the girls in My Hero were just hella attractive, to be honest.
Toga? Yes. The way that she died made me so mad. But yes.
So you could really just say any of them. But my top three were Mei Hasume, Kami, and Yaoyorozu. I'm not gonna lie, because they were baddies out here. Especially Kami as well. They knew what they were doing when they were drawing her with full lips, making her look like she was doing the Kylie Jenner challenge back in the day. But she was out here getting my full undivided attention when she was on screen. No joke, fam. Now this brings me to the final crush of this video. And this person has a huge impact in this whole topic. I know that I said I would only bring up underrated ones, but I have to talk about it in this video, fam. Because if I don't, this is not a childhood crush video. She is a pioneer to this shit. I'm talking about every time somebody talks about their number one, she's normally at the one, bro. Yes, my people. I'm talking
Harley
about
Quinn.
Chell from El Dorado.
Even better, even better, even better.
Although, fam, when I first saw Chell in the movie, it was like being in Max's dream in the Goofy movie, fam. Chell was a different type of...
Tao or Tao. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but yeah.
crush I had growing up. The Road to El Dorado is one of the greatest underrated films to come from DreamWorks, man. And Chell was the cherry on top to this movie. In that one scene where she was walking back, oh my days, this shit had me locked in, bro. I had
Chell.
to zoom in and focus up, fam. Big man thing. Chell is a final
Chell.
boss level
Gotcha.
baddie, fam. She had me in a different type of chokehold. Pause. I mean, when I first saw the movie and got to that scene where she's doing the freaky with Tulio, at the time, obviously, I didn't get the scene because I was a kid. But at my grown ass age now, I'm mad jealous of Tulio, fam. I wish it was me, fam. It should have been me. Everything Chell was doing in the movie was just showing how top tier she was. Like when they were playing football and she was hitting the armadillo on.
Dang, girl. That thing. Dang it.
I wish I was the armadillo, fam. But she's a different level of fine. I mean, Chell gotta be everybody's number one, fam. And I genuinely loved her in the movie. She was pretty as hell, smart, and did I mention pretty as hell? This guy Tulio is punching heavy, fam. All I can give this man Tulio is a standing ovation, 10 out of 10. Pulling Chell, W mans, bro, W mans. And this movie is a go-to watch if you haven't seen it already. If you like Emperor's New Groove and Atlantis: The Lost Empire, go watch El Dorado. It's a slept-on movie. This shit is fire. Everybody needs to see this, bro. Trust me. But my friends, now we're at the end of the flick. These are some of the childhood crushes I had, and trust me when I say I got way more. But I'm gonna save them for future videos like this if this video is crazy. Or if you got any that I haven't mentioned in this video, put them in the comments below because I want to see the different tastes.
Type. Yeah, I've been waiting for that, my boy. But, you know, this was a great video. 10 out of 10. All the characters he talked about, I enjoyed. Some I didn't. For example, Kai. Yeah, I didn't like her. Not one bit, but, you know, I enjoyed this clip. You guys enjoyed this. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down, share, do all that type of jazz. Link to this video will be in the description below. And with all that being said, I'm Anime Select, and I'll see y'all next time.